All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So Tesla had a run, but it did not last long enough for this to stay above the resistance, and it quickly fell. And the tug of war is going to be interesting tomorrow if this breaks through the 50-day moving average. Now, Tesla has had a slight recovery from falling again and hitting close to 360, 350 range, right? And then rising back up and breaking through the 50-day moving average. But the 50-day moving average does not stop for anybody, and it has been catching up to the price to the point that they're really close to each other right now, and it's a close one. This might even end up in bearish territory by default if the bulls don't come in and start to work their way up to newer highs. So let's go ahead and zoom in here on what's important. This is a really, really close stretch, and the bulls tried to turn it into a support, and their run only lasted about an hour and a half, and the bears quickly reappeared and tore this one down. So let's move this to its new locations. And currently right now, the bulls have to come in and break through resistance to continue their run. That is significant, and the support level is below the closing price, obviously, and the 50-day moving average, which is significant as well. So we're going to see here. So in a much broader sense, the support level, if it gets broken through, the next point of reference is 411.77. I'd write that down. Very important number, because that means that we're deeper and further away from the 50-day moving average into bearish territory in a downward direction. Now, for the bulls, the next step, honestly, is breaking through resistance. This is the highest point reached after this recovery here and breaking through the 50-day moving average. But before that, the next number would be way up here at 437.33. But before worrying about that, we're going to zoom in and see what's important. But I want you guys to write these broader out numbers so that you guys have some numbers to pay close attention to for the next coming days and the rest of the week as well. But we still want to see daily what is going on to have a sense of direction. So let's zoom in here and see our new resistance level and support. So let's go ahead and move these exactly to their new locations. And there we go. So resistance level. Bulls have to break through resistance level. We closed out at 419.07. The bulls need to break through 428.67. They need to turn that into a support and start to work their way up to newer highs and newer resistance levels. Super important for the bulls to break through 428.67. I really want to emphasize that because this tug of war is going to be interesting. But for the bulls to gain any leverage and continue an upward direction momentum and move further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction, they need to break through this resistance level of 428.67, turn it into a support, and pull themselves up to new resistance levels and newer highs. So the 50-day moving average is not that far from the closing price of 419.07, and it's 418.38. Can't land quite exactly on it, but it's 418.38. As long as we're above it, the bulls are in control. The moment it gets crossed, the bears are in control. So the bears are going to want to cross it. They're not that far from crossing it, and that literally is the first support level that lets us know where we're at and if we're in bearish territory or if we manage to stay above it in bullish territory. Now, again, the bulls need to come in hefty and strong and pull themselves up to break through 428.67. Now, if this turns out to go in the other direction, we have what the bears want. And the bears are going to want to break through the lowest point of, after this slight bullish run and dipping, the lowest point that they reached was 417.22. If the bears accomplish to break through 417.22, they will be in bearish territory, number one, and number two, they broke through the first support level that can get them to hitting newer lows and newer support levels. So the bears didn't just accomplish getting into bearish territory by breaking through support and breaking through the 50-day moving average, but then they also accomplished to not just go from gaining leverage to gaining control of the chart by breaking by 417.22, and hopefully if the bears continue to pull it down, which is their goal, they're going to want to hit newer lows and newer support levels. So I want to emphasize to all the bulls to pay very close attention to how this stock is reacting and how quickly is it moving to newer lows and newer support levels. Now, if it hangs out around it and they're able to use it as support, then the bulls' goal is to break through the 50-day moving average, get back into bullish territory, but their main goal is to break through 428.67, turn that into a support, and move further away as far as they can from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction to hit newer highs and hit new resistance levels. So very important, but I want to emphasize how important it is to pay very close attention to the behavior of this stock if 417.22 does get crossed, and the bears are going to try to dominate this and pull it down. If they do, then their next step would be way down here at hitting close to 411.66, 411.61, in that area, so they can start to pull this down to newer lows and newer support levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe, but don't forget to hit the bell. By clicking on the bell, you guys can turn on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I actually discuss about the S&P 500 and how the Federal Reserve is pumping the market. There's some very vital and great information in there for every single viewer and investor. Don't miss out on it. I'm not there to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to enlighten you guys on the great news that there's an opportunity to make profit, because on these scheduled dates, the S&P 500 is moving several points, and if it's moving several points within the S&P 500, there's 500 ticker symbols, and within those 500 ticker symbols, most of them are moving from 30 cents upwards to $3 per share. You guys need to check it out. I know it's not a lot per share, but profits are profits, and it does add up when it comes in volumes. And actually, just profiting in the market is great news. So check out the video so you can receive all the information. And again, I'm just there to share and enlighten everyone to maximize profits, minimize losses. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to inform you and enlighten you all on the great news that there's an opportunity to profit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.